Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Welcome to this live episode that we got here. Like as usual, every Sunday we do a social media live so that I can go ahead and share with you guys something super cool. Today, I want to take a moment, ladies and gentlemen, and I want to share something that that I know it's going to be of tremendous value to you. Okay, so but before we get started, make sure that you hit like, give me leave me a message, go ahead and subscribe, turn on the notification button, and share it with others. Because today's message, Super Sunday, welcome to the Super Sunday Social Media Live. It's about what I learned from a billionaire. And for the people that know me, understands that, I usually don't watch TV. I don't watch series, or I don't, I'm not like a, television soap opera junkie or things like that. But, and that change happened to me about, over a decade ago, where I made a decision that I had to obviously, quit all the negativity around the world. And it has paid off in a very major way. That I want to go ahead and share something very powerful and special. Because last night with the sales team, we took a moment to watch a series, and it's called Undercover Billionaire from Mr. Glenn Stern. And it's interesting because, I paid very close attention to what is it that, I paid very close attention to what is it that I watch? What is it that I take a look at? And the reason being, it's because, whatever is going to your mind, or whatever, is it that you're learning from, is what you're becoming, in your life. So anyways, I wanted to share some, pinpoint things that I learned from the Undercover Billionaire. There's 8 episodes there that I'm going to recommend you to watch. It's truly amazing because it'll tell you that, being able to start a business in America, it'll show you evidence and proof, more so important today than ever before, that it's possible to make it huge, in America. And, the evidence is in the pudding right there. Okay. So anyways, Mr. Glenn Stern, it's the one that it's basically multi-billionaire, went undercover, and for 90 days, he was given 90 days. He was thrown into a little small town, Erie, Pennsylvania, where he had 90 days to basically build a business from nothing with $100. He didn't have a house where to stay, one truck, and he had to take a business to be valued at $1 million. Can you imagine? Imagine this, 90 days, $100, one truck, no house, and now you have to build a $1 million business. Well, let me share with you those, epiphanies or, takeaways that I took. All right. Number one, that anyone can rise to the top if you're hungry, and if you have purpose. If you're hungry and if you have purpose, anyone has the opportunity to truly make it to the top, to really be able to have the American dream. So that was, a takeaway, because imagine this guy at age 55, and yet he's got a yacht, a helicopter, he lives in Orange County, very ultra successful mortgage brokerage company. And yet he decided to go back to the trenches. And if you watch the A series, you'll see what I'm talking about. He was proving himself that, what, age doesn't matter, timing doesn't matter, that it doesn't matter if you're completely dead broke. If you're hungry and if you have a purpose, if you have a goal, that you can make it happen. Epiphany, or takeaway, I should say, number 2 is endure more pain than anyone else. Endure more pain than anyone else. So powerful, ladies and gentlemen. Let me tell you why. Because he decided to build a ribs and beer, company. And it was interesting because on the 4th day, when they were doing the, when they were having this sort of like, it was like a challenge type of thing, the water started pouring in, and just, it was a rainy day, and everybody else decided to quit. Everybody else, all the other companies decided that, they're not going to continue selling. And they decided decided to endure the pain and to literally, endure it more than anybody else. And guess what? When you're willing to endure the pain more than anyone else, people call that luck, but they don't realize that behind that enduring is where success is being brewed, where success is being, marinated. All right. So, takeaway number 3, don't confuse effort with results. A lot of people believe that just because they put the effort, just because they're busy, just because they're putting the action, it equates or it equals results. And it has nothing to do, efforts with results, meaning in other words, don't confuse it. It has nothing to do in the sense that there's people that can put the effort and still show no results whatsoever. So you got to have effort, but you also got to have results. And it's super important because often, we believe that just because I devoted the time, or just because I basically put the time or the effort, or, I was busy, that it's going to equal to a great result. And it hasn't, it doesn't translate in the same way. Okay. Now, epiphany number 4. Okay. Cream rises to the top. The cream rises to the top. In other words, when you put people together, when you put a group of a team together, you will know who are the cream of the cream. Okay. Because they tend to rise to the top. And that is precisely what this gentleman did. And this takes me to, obviously the takeaway number 5, which is if you know what it would take to reach your dream or goal, you would get overwhelmed. And this happened on one of the episodes when, one of the ladies was telling him, it seems like you don't have a plan, because, he wanted it to get things really, fast. Glenn Stern wanted it to get the things really quick. And the lady who was the designer, it was interesting because she told this billionaire that he's undercover. Nobody knows that he's a billionaire. And yet, he told him something that really hit me. And that's why I'm sharing it right now. He said, listen, if you knew exactly, if I had a very clear plan of exactly every single step that needs to be taken, he said, I would be freaking overwhelmed. I would be completely overwhelmed because, when you know exactly what you need to do for the next 10 years or the next 90 days or the next, usually people get overwhelmed because they think that everything has to happen right away. Now, do you agree with it or not? Because this is lessons from a billionaire. This is the lessons that I take from a billionaire. Now, this takes me to lesson or takeaway number 6. When you have a clear vision, listen to this. When you have a clear vision and you sell that vision to enough people, the correct people will be attracted. The correct people will be attracted. And you could see it in the 8 series. We watched all of the series yesterday. We went to sleep maybe about almost 1:30, 2 in the morning. And it's interesting because this reminds me when I was in network marketing, I used to share a clear vision. And even today in real estate, in the real estate world, we share a clear vision. And having a clear vision doesn't mean knowing exactly what's it going to take to achieve it. There's 2 different things. One thing is knowing exactly what's it going to take to achieve it. Most people don't know what is it going to take to achieve it. Okay. But having a clear vision, meaning, you know the end result, exactly what you want. Mr. Glenn Stern knew that he wanted it. He was shooting for a business that will be valued at $1 million in 90 days. So he was giving the challenge to turn $100 into $1 million in 90 days. Do you think that's possible? Leave me a message down below if you believe that is possible, within 90 days in one of the smallest towns in America. And that's a tremendous, what the series is about, and a tremendous series that I believe you should watch because you will get inspired. Emotions are going to go high. They're going to go low. You'll feel happy. You'll feel grateful. You'll feel discouraged. You feel angered. You're going to feel a lot of different type of feelings and emotions. this 6 lessons from a billionaire, ladies and gentlemen, couldn't be louder, couldn't be more clearer. Because lesson number 6 is when you have a clear vision and you share it with enough people, you will attract the right leaders. You will attract the right candidates. Do you believe that? I believe it. Takes me back when I was in network marketing. I used to share that I wanted to, have 10 people, that I was going to take 10 people to make 6 figures plus per year, that they were going to achieve financial freedom in their lives. And I shared it loud and clear. And guess what? The correct people, the correct leaders were attracted, because you don't have to know every single step, but you do need to know the destination. Okay. The path doesn't have to be 100% known, but the destination needs to be known. So anyhow, here they were, the 6 lessons, ladies and gentlemen. So go ahead and leave me a message of what is it that you take. I'm just creating a summary of the 6 lessons that I learned from a billionaire, Mr. Glenn Stearns, from Undercover Billionaire series that comes out in Discovery Channel. Anyways, congratulations for being here with me. Happy Super Sunday from wherever you are, from my home to your house. Happy weekend. Have a phenomenal day, and continue crushing it out there. All right. So, anyways, get to see you next time. Get to see you next Sunday. A virtual hug. And always remember that you're one freaking real estate deal away from changing your financial landscape. Thank you very much for being here with me.